Welcome to the stage, your next act. It's Keith Millar.
How's it going? Yeah, my name is Keith. That just means when I was born, my mum, my dad, they took one look at me and they were like, "You're on your own, pal." I'll tell you a little bit more about me. I'm actually a residential social care worker in a juvenile detention centre. Yeah, sometimes when I tell people, they say, "That sounds fancy." It's fucking not. That's a fancy way of telling you I'm a prison officer in an underage jail. And all of that's just a really long way of telling you I'm fucking depressed because I'm bullied by 16-year-olds for a living. It is tough. The 16-year-olds I know are worse than the ones you know, or so I thought till I walked here from the bull ring today, so. I do that full time, do this in my spare time. I am hoping someday if this was to ever go really, really well, maybe I could do this full time, just lock teenagers up in my spare time. It's good to have a hobby. They say do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Me and my wife, we've been having the big conversation recently. We've been talking, my wife, we've been saying, you know, should we start our own family? Should we have our own kids? And it is tough because on one hand, I always thought I wanted to be a dad. And on the other hand, working with kids who kill people, oh, that will kill a mood. That will kill a mood. It's not the only thing that makes it difficult, if I'm being honest. Me and my wife, we also have a little dog. And we're one of those couples. When we got the dog, we said, we're not going to spoil the dog, and he's not going to sleep in our bed. And then we got the dog, and very quickly, we spoiled the dog, and now he sleeps in our bed. And that makes things difficult, you know, particularly when it comes to intimacy, because whenever we go to bed at night, and we try to have sex, my wife gets jealous. Me and my wife, we've got similar worries, similar but different. You know, when we're talking about starting a family, my wife, she'll say things like, "Keith, what if we do start our own family and we're really shit parents?" You know? And I'll say to her, "Siobhan, what if we do start a family and they're really shit kids?" Because that's what I'm worried about. Like, I'm not worried about my wife. I know her. She's sound. I can vouch for her. I haven't met those pricks yet. I cannot stand over that. My job, people use my job to get me to scare the bejesus out of their children the whole time. I'll give you an example. Recently I was out for dinner with my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law and my niece. And near the end of the dinner, my brother-in-law, he turned around to me and he said, "Keith, will you tell Jessica if she doesn't finish her vegetables, you're going to bring her to work with you and lock her up with all the bowl boys and girls?" Ooh. Now I had two issues with that. Number one, chill the fuck out, Jake. I think that's harsh. I do not think the punishment matches the crime. And number two, I looked at Jessica's plate and her vegetables. And then I looked at my plate and my vegetables. She was doing far better than I was, to tell you the truth. And I do not think that I should have to enforce a rule I cannot stick to myself. I'm a social care worker, not a policeman. I'm going to get vulnerable now. I'm going to tell you something shocking I found out about myself this year. I'm going to tell you, I hope you are as shocked as I was. Recently I found out that brace yourselves. Recently I found out that I am quite a fat guy. Not a lot of shock in the room, fuck you guys, this feels like bullying. I'll tell you how I found out. I went to see my doctor and he said to me, "Keith, you are quite a fat guy." Which I think was harsh. I was only there to collect a prescription for my wife. Absolutely no need for that. I was shocked, honestly, I was shocked. In fairness, I shouldn't have been shocked. All the warning signs were there. My clothes, they weren't fitting me right anymore. Yeah. I'd started to spend all my wages on Deliveroo. Hadn't seen my own cock since 2005. Hadn't seen my own cock since 6th year PE class. And that's a shame, because Mr. O'Leary said it was one of the best that he had ever seen. And he'd been teaching PE 25 years, so that man knows. Yeah. I think it's shocking the things people think that they can say to you and think it's not offensive. I was out dancing recently because, yes, I am as jolly as I look. A very attractive woman was checking me out from across the bar. She walked straight up to me, she looked me dead in the eye. She said, "Hi, sorry. My name is Sarah. I hope you don't mind me saying, but you look just like..." And I'll be honest with you, I got excited because I love a celebrity doppelganger. I thought, who's she gonna say? Maybe the grey hair Richard Gere? Okay, fuck you guys. Maybe George Clooney. This is the most I've ever been bullied by a room. Congratulations, guys. Fucking I would have settled for Fat Philip Schofield. But like a Schofield that was sent to the island for pest control, not for fucking nonce control. That's not what she said. She said, "You look just like my gay auntie." And on that note, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, guys. You've been brilliant.
Keith Miller, everybody. Right, we have got only 2 more acts to go in this half, so give me a cheer if you've done all your voting. You happy?